What was it like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, well, I was partially electrocuted by a Lionel train.
If you grew up watching Jonathan Winters, you knew when he came on screen you'd be falling over laughing in seconds.
I really didn't think that I was going to win. And I turned to my wife of many years and I said, "What do you think, sweetheart?" And she said, "You don't stand a chance."
These are Jonathan Winters' funniest jokes ever. Didn't fit in the Marines.
I kept asking questions, which is always trouble. Running up to a captain, you know, or a colonel like yourself and saying, "Where are we, sir?" "None of your business. Move out." And I was always moving out. I was frightened a great deal of the time. I was frightened of the guys. I didn't understand a lot of them. They didn't understand me. I was kidding all the time, you know. I'd be in grandma 1 minute. And, "Hi, honey," you know.
He treats the Marines like a world where his brain simply can't operate normally. His impersonations made this appearance legendary. The bar sketch with Dean Martin.
Really needed that. Why are you so depressed? What's the matter?
Well, I tell you, I don't want to bore you with a lot of stuff, but I drove better than 2,500 miles today.
You did? Wow.
I buried my step-cousin here an hour ago, and it was just something else. To throw that boy with just a pair of trunks on in an open grave, that's not right.
No boxer or nothing there at all?
No, just a pair of polka dot trunks.
The scene starts simple, then becomes a mess of interruptions, weird turns, and unexpected lines with normal conversation collapsing into improv chaos instantly. Airline Passengers Bit.
Margaret, it's Dean Martin. Wife, back in tourist. This seat taken, Mr.
Well,
Martin?
does it look like it's taken, fella?
He's rude, Margaret. Not like you are in the...
Winters shifts a plane ride into a pressure cooker of nervous people, bad assumptions, and panic thinking. Winters' drinking stories.
No, I tell you very honestly, I would like a little wine at Thanksgiving. I always think that's nice. And a good, expensive cigar, sit there, you know, and do that and sip on a little wine. But it's over.
No.
It's over because I know if I'm going to have a little wine, then I'll have a little vodka and a little scotch. And...
all of a sudden it'll be Wednesday.
Yeah, of course. Or it'll be the year 2000.
He's funny about the culture and habits around drinking without pretending it was glamorous, with the punch being the blunt clarity of why he finally quit. School misery and confusion.
Dad was off, you know, somewhere in an open field or, you know, settling insurance policies near a creek bank, and so I just didn't know about him where he was, and it was always explained he's away. Everybody in our family was away a lot. Where's Uncle, Aunt Emma? She's away, dear.
You never knew where.
Well, I knew that eventually, as I went by one of the institutions,
He turns struggling in class into a bigger story about confusion, panic, and misreading every situation, spiraling from normal kid to total chaos instantly. The cat incident.
I had a thing happen. I was painting the other night, and some glue spilt on the floor, and I forgot momentarily. I phase out, you know.
Just a little.
Constantly, you know, just phase out. And here was glue just all over, and my cat came down, and I noticed Kitty was quite still. And so I said, "Come on, Kitty, 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 Kitty. Come on, Tiger." That's
Tiger.
his name, Tiger. "Come on, Tiger, come on, Tiger." And Tiger just like this, you know.
He turns ordinary pet owner chaos into a ridiculous "how did this even happen" story that keeps escalating. After Carson said Winters gave complete seriousness to a totally stupid accident. Holiday party jokes.
well, it's a fun time of the year. Boy, I'm up for it. For a guy who doesn't drink, you know, or smoke.
Yeah.
They invite you to all these parties. They're all surreal. It doesn't get any better than that. And their little tongues, you know, they're picking up on cookies and everything. They're like, you know, well-dressed, kind of regimental-tie lizards. They have...
He turns Christmas party into a scene of awkward behavior and people doing too much spotlighting tiny social mistakes like they're huge crimes. Childhood freak accident stories.
Well, I was partially electrocuted by a Lionel train. I was at fault. I'm not blaming Lionel. I'm sure some guy from Lionel is sitting up. What did he say about our train coming? No, it was my fault. I had come in from a very snowy evening. I was petting the dog the wrong way to begin with, and
The freak accident framing amplifies ordinary moments as Winters treats scraped knees like catastrophic injuries, while the emergency report tone sells it as he delivers childhood mishaps with news anchor delivery. Dog versus man logic.
Did you ever undress in front of a dog? You think about that for a minute. I don't know. People, it's funny. A bird somehow doesn't count, right? Or a cat. But a dog, they really stare.
Jonathan builds the joke around the dog acting like a full-time problem solver and troublemaker at once, with the punch coming from how confidently he treats the dog's behavior like human decision-making. The drinking family joke.
And eventually she grabbed me, the bottle dropped, Oh, hi, sweetheart, it is you. And so I went to my room, which got this area in here. Bed, wash bowl, and a commode, and place to hang the funny shirts. So I said, Mother, it's great to be home, number one. And I said, where are my toys? There's a long pause. She said, you're 20 years old, dummy. And very sensitive at that time, too. I mean, if you said that had been said to me in the service, and of course, grenade.
He minds comedy out of the way adults normalize wild behavior at home, with the fun being how he tells it like it was totally ordinary until you realize how insane it sounds. The stubborn cat.
This comb belonged to my kitty.
He frames the cat like an uncooperative roommate with its own rules and attitude, with the humor being how he argues with the animal as if it's a person who can be reasoned with.
All for it, but now he stands, and I got him a little pair of pants.
The cat's indifference to Winters' arguments makes it funnier. Pure improv characters.
I was a strange child.
Were you really?
Yeah. I used to get up on the top of the barn with the pigeons. And, just... And to see a man, in full overalls go, hey, what's he doing up there?
He creates voices, body, language, and personalities instantly, then switches again before you catch up, with the laugh being the speed and commitment, as every character feels real for 5 seconds. The improv characters represent Winters at his purest, as this showcases his core genius without a script or preparation. The pure improv label matters as this isn't rehearsed or polished, while Winters proving that preparation limits him as structure constrains his genius. Too much to drink joke.
Plays all day, and I want to get out. I want to get it. They told me that the blue owl. This is the blue owl, isn't it?
Oh, yes, this is it.
Yep. They told me that.
If you want to get out...
No. Wait a minute. You haven't got too much action here, buddy. Be nice to me.
He exaggerates the confident stupidity of someone who's had too much and still thinks they're brilliant, with the laughs coming from watching him sell nonsense like it's wisdom. The wasted person logic taps into universal experience, as everyone has witnessed. Intoxicated reasoning while exaggerating the confident stupidity amplifies reality, as Winters takes it further than life. The someone who's had too much framing creates the context as the drinking explains the behavior while still thinks they're brilliant, captures the delusion as the drunk person lacks self-awareness.
I better have an egg to go with that. Well, I'll say that for you. These are pictures of the missus and my dog Prince.
Watching him sell nonsense becomes the entertainment, as Winters commits to terrible ideas while the lie gets wisdom. Delivery elevates the stupidity, as Winters presents it with authority. The confident-stupidity combination creates comedy as certainty meets incompetence, while Winters playing the drunk as unaware of their condition makes it funnier. The nonsense, including circular logic, faulty premises, and non sequiturs as selling it, requires Winters to believe it, as he can't wink at the audience. The wisdom presentation means the person offers advice despite being unreliable, while audiences recognizing the pattern from real life validates Winter's accuracy. The exaggeration being slight means it's not cartoonish, as Winters maintains dignity, while destroying it creates tension. The confident delivery preventing any self-doubt makes the character infuriating and hilarious, while the stupidity compounding as the character continues talking. Jonathan showed him trapped in his own logic, while the brilliant self-assessment contrasting with obvious impairment, as the laughs building as Winters adds more absurd reasoning. Winters proving sloshed logic follows its own rules, even when wrong. Airline Authority Parody.
Well, I just love to make model airplanes. I suppose that was the first thing I did. I just love to make them, and like any normal child, and I got excited. I read a lot of aeronautical magazines, and relax, Whitney. Sorry. All right, you're flying. I'm trying to. It's not easy, sir. I mean, I do this the first time in my life I've ever been called up one of these darn things. How long have you been flying? 41 years. How old are you? 41 years.
He plays the stressed guy trying to explain himself while digging deeper with every sentence, as the joke is the constant self-sabotage delivered like it's perfectly reasonable. The Airline Authority parody mocks bureaucracy, as Winters targets institutional incompetence, while playing the stressed guy creates sympathy before destroying it, as the character reveals their incompetence. Trying to explain himself sets up the spiral as the explanation becomes the problem, while digging deeper with every sentence shows the character can't stop talking. The constant self-sabotage means every word makes things worse while delivered, like it's perfectly reasonable, creates the absurdity.
Two of us. How do you do that? Takes two to tango, right? Well, it's the same thing in the air. I would turn to him and ask him if he could help me, because it's not always up to me. I'd certainly never ask a stewardess. Yes, sir.
Do I smell whiskey on your breath?
Well, I had a drink coming over, and I love it with you. I love it with all three of you. I drink, yes, always to and from the airport.
Not while you're flying.
Never while I'm flying. No, sir. No, sir. I've turned around and stared.
Are you swaying a little?
Yes, a little. Yes, I'm terribly nervous. I thought for a minute it was a quake.
As the character lacks awareness. Being called before a commission adds pressure as authority figures demand answers, while the stressed guy responding with more problems instead of solutions. Winter's character believing he's being clear while confusing everyone as the self-sabotage being unintentional makes it funnier than deliberate destruction. The perfectly reasonable delivery tone suggesting competence that doesn't exist, while the authority parody working because everyone has dealt with bureaucracy. Winters showing how institutions protect incompetent people as the digging deeper pattern creating rhythm as audiences anticipate the next mistake. The called before a commission framing adding formality that clashes with chaos, while Winter's character providing details that undermine his position. The stress manifesting as over-explanation that backfires as the joke sustaining as the character can't recognize the problem. Winters proving that sincerity amplifies comedy, while the airline setting being perfect as air travel creates universal frustration. Sports coach persona.
It's sweet. Well, I had a lot of fun down there.
Well, what surprises have you planned for today's game?
Well, I've got one big surprise. We've got a woman. We've got a, don't snicker at this. She's a very husky type woman, mannish, sort of mannish, but she kicks of a football. She'll kick it far and long. She's got 7 toes.
Winters plays the coach as a motivated maniac who can't stop escalating, with the humor being the intensity he brings to something that doesn't deserve it. The sports coach persona parodies motivational culture as Winters mocks rah-rah mentality while playing the coach as maniac, subverts expectations as coaches should inspire, not terrify. The motivated descriptor matters as the coach's passion becomes threatening, while who can't stop escalating shows the coach losing control. The intensity being disproportionate creates comedy as small matters get huge reactions, while something that doesn't deserve it means the coach overreacts to minor issues. The tough talk taken too far angle shows Winters pushing boundaries as the maniac quality suggesting mental instability rather than leadership. Winters coach believing yelling equals coaching as the escalation pattern building as the coach gets more extreme. The motivated maniac combination creating a dangerous leader, while the can't stop element showing compulsion rather than strategy. Bringing intensity to unimportant things reveals the coach's poor judgment as the humor in mismatch as nuclear reactions meet trivial real problems. Winters committing to the crazy as the coach never recognizes the excess, while the sports setting working because coaching cliches are absurd. The tough talk, including threats, promises, and impossible demands as the taken too far boundary showing Winters knows where lines exist before crossing them. The persona feeling real enough to recognize while being exaggerated enough to mock as Winters proving that intensity without wisdom becomes comedy. Unmatchable improv combined with fearless character work and instant transformation made Jonathan Winters create some of the best comedy material that felt dangerous and unpredictable, making him one of the most original voices in stand-up comedy history.
I have known Johnny Winters for about 17 years, and I have never ceased to be amazed at his talent. He's genuinely a funny man.
Which Jonathan Winters joke category do you think was the funniest? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more unforgettable comedy moments.